Good afternoon, ambitious career women. Come on in. I hope that you ladies are having a marvelous day. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Maximizing Your Potential with Shalonda Patrice. Tuning in, tag a friend, and get your pen and your paper. Anytime that I do a video or audio, make sure you always have pen and paper because guess what? I'm going to always be dropping some good nuggets. And so if you're an ambitious career woman, you're definitely going to want to take notes. So get that together. If you are considering a career change, here are a few things that I want to let you guys know. And for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, I am Shalonda Patrice, the adult guidance counselor, and I show ambitious career women how to discover a career that fits them so that they can enjoy going to work every day. I know there are so many people who are miserable, who have been doing the bare minimum at work, not really paying attention at work. And so I can definitely relate to that. And so it is one of my missions to help people find careers that they really can enjoy. And I know right now we are seeing unprecedented unemployment rates. But guys, I choose to be positive. Keep in mind, companies are still hiring. Companies are still hiring. So don't fret if that is something that, if there are certain careers out there that are still hiring that you may be interested in it, go for it. Don't be fearful of it, okay, guys? And so I just want to give you a couple of nuggets, some things you should be considering if you're thinking about changing your career. Number one, you may experience fear, but guess what? You can overcome fear. Sometimes we think um, in order to move forward, I'm just going to be honest with you. More than likely, the fear is not going to leave. You're just going to have to decide to do it despite the fear. I know, I know that was a hard pill to swallow. I know you guys didn't want to hear that, but I have to be honest with you guys. You can overcome fear. Ask me how I know. Ask me how I know. You can overcome fear. You just need to address the fear. You got to figure out what it is, get to the root of it, and move past it. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy. I'm not going to say it's going to be fun, but guess what? It's going to be well worth it when you get to the other side and you get to what you're trying to get to. I spent years in unsatisfying jobs because of fear. That's just one of the myths that you can overcome fear. So you may experience fear, but you will and you can overcome fear. Number two, change is an opportunity to have what you really want. So right now we're experiencing a lot of change, right? We got this coronavirus, COVID-19, this pandemic, stay-at-home orders. All of this is change. All of this is change, right? And it's all about your perspective. Change is an opportunity to have what you really want. Maybe you really didn't like your career. Maybe you're really bored. Maybe you didn't like your salary. Maybe there was just something, maybe you just were just tired of it. Whatever the case may be, now is the opportunity for you to build and to have what you really wanted. Maybe you had a position because it paid well. Maybe you had a position because that's what your parents wanted you to have. Maybe you had a certain position because at the time that industry was booming. But maybe now is a good time for change because it's an opportunity for you to look within and see, what do you want now? What aligns with your goals and your purpose and your mission, your lifestyle? It's an opportunity for change. Number 3, this is a good one. When you decide to pursue your dreams, that encourages someone else to pursue theirs. People like to watch. People like to watch and see what other people are doing. And they won't make a move until they see somebody else make a move. So you need to step up and be the leader that you are. When you do that, that will encourage somebody. That will encourage somebody to pursue their dreams. So if there's a career that you wanted and maybe you thought you weren't smart enough, maybe you thought you didn't have enough skills, enough talents, maybe somebody that was close to you wanted you to do something else, and so you just. But maybe now is a time for you to pursue your dream. And when you do that, just know that you'll encourage somebody. You never know what somebody else is going through. You never know what they're dealing with. And when they see you move forward, that gives them the strength and the courage to know that, hey, if they did it, I can do it. So just keep that in mind. That's a good one. Ooh, boy, here's another good one. I think we're on number 4. We're talking about things you should consider when you're changing careers. Enjoying going to work every day is priceless, guys. It's priceless. It's priceless. I spent so many days going to work just being miserable, just being tired of the same old, not using my gifts and talents, not being acknowledged, and some of it was my fault, some of it wasn't. But going to work every day is priceless. I was in one position, I think for about 8 years, and I liked the position. But at some point, I started to get burnt out. And so I knew it was time for me to make a shift and do something different. And so I did. And when I got another position, I stayed at the same company, but I just got a different position within the company. And when I did, people could see the difference. People could looked at me and thought, "Oh, did you lose weight?" People could see the difference and know positions somebody knew, but you will be surprised of what happens when you enjoy going to work every day. It's priceless, guys. It's priceless. You spend more time at work than you do with your family. Think about that. It only makes sense that you enjoy it. It only makes sense. If you've got to be somewhere, if you've got to spend most of your life at a place, why not enjoy it? That's all I'm saying. Why not enjoy it? Number 5, you are smart and good enough to get the career you want. If nobody told you, I'm here to tell you, you are smart enough and you are good enough to get the career we want. And sometimes that's where the fear kicks in. We let that self-doubt kick in because either we've listened to the negative thoughts in our head or we've decided to listen to the negative thoughts of friends, families, people that don't even matter, strangers, all kinds of craziness. But you are smart and good enough to get the career you want. You have to make a decision not to listen to the negativity. You have to make a decision to go after what you want. And remember what I said earlier, when you make that decision to pursue your dreams, your goals, that's going to encourage somebody. That's going to be a ripple effect. That's going to change your life, your children's life, everybody that's around you, your community, the people you interact with. So think about that. It's not just about you. Think about that. Number 6, believing in yourself is the key to thriving in the midst of a career change. Believing in who? You, yourself. Believing in you is the key to thriving. So the question is, do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in your skills and your talents and your gifts? Not what your mama said, not what your daddy said, not what your crazy cousin said. But do you believe in yourself? One of my favorite sayings is, did I forget the saying already? Oh, she believed she could, so she did. She believed she could, so she did. So do you believe in yourself? That's the question. You might have to sit with that for a minute. I know I got deep on you, but you might have to sit and be honest with yourself. Do you believe in yourself? And if not, then that's okay. That's just an area you need to work on, okay? Number 7, regret is real, but it doesn't have to be a part of your journey. Have there been some things that you wish you would have done, you could have done, you should have done? We all may have a little regret to a certain extent, but it doesn't have to be a part of your journey. Make a decision today. If you want to change careers, go for it. You don't want to be 70 and 80 years old and wish that you would have went after something. And you didn't because you didn't believe yourself. You didn't because you didn't think you were smart enough or good enough. You didn't because you were fearful of change. Regret is real, guys. But you have the power to do something today, and it doesn't have to be a part of your journey. And last but not least, refuse to settle. Refuse to settle. Don't give up. You got to get mad. And MAD is an acronym for make a decision. Make a decision. I can talk all day. I can give you these things to consider. But ultimately, it's up to you, and you've got to make a decision. You've got to make a decision on if you are willing to overcome fear. Remember, I said fear is probably not going to go away. You're going to just have to move forward anyway. That's a decision. You got to make that decision. If you want to enjoy going to work every day, you got to make that decision. If you want to start believing in yourself, you got to make that decision. We're always in a position to make decisions. And guess what? If you feel like you made a bad decision, guess what? Just make a better one. Just make a better one. But you got to make a decision. You got to make a decision. And so I know that there is a statistics that about 90% of people go to work unfulfilled. And so that's one of my missions, is that I really want people to enjoy going to work every day. And when I think back, I don't know what it is, call me weird, but I've always, whenever I go places, I always look to see if people enjoy their job. And I've always been like that. I just realized that recently, a few years ago, I was like that. But looking back, I've been like that for years. I don't care where I am. I don't care if I'm at a fast food place, a movie theater, a concert. It does, the corporate world. It doesn't matter. I'm always looking. I'm very conscious and in tune with whether people like their jobs or not. Because it can be a miserable feeling. You're frustrated, you're irritated, you don't perform well. You've got anger. You may even be depressed. All of that affects you mentally, emotionally, and then what? It affects your body, high blood pressure, stress, backaches, neck aches. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. And it also affects your family. You're coming home with all this displaced anger. You're yelling at the kids, you're yelling at the spouse, you're yelling at the in-laws, you're yelling at the dogs and cats because you're miserable. And you don't have to be. And so that's why I do what I do. Because I want you to enjoy going to work every day. So if you're listening and you have been considering a career change, you can comment on this audio. As always, you can inbox me if you have any questions, or if you just need a help navigating the career change. Also, if you say, you know what, Shalonda, I finally figured out what career path I want, but I haven't done this job hunting thing in a while. If that's you, make sure you check out my 7 Secrets to Mastering the New Job Search. Make sure you get your copy of that at gum.co/master the job search guide. And so I trust this information was beneficial to you and helpful to you. I appreciate you listening. Make sure you share it with another ambitious career woman, especially someone that you know that may be considering a career change. And a lot of people may be have been thrusted into a career change because of everything that's going on with this pandemic. A lot of these retail places are getting ready, even more are getting ready to close and will not be reopening as we know it. So some people during to this pandemic, some people have been thrusted into a career change. But once again, it's about perspective. Maybe if you're in that situation, maybe this is opportunity for you to do something new and to do something different. Maybe this is, your catalyst to get you where you were supposed to be. I'm just saying, shift your perspective. People who know me know I'm very positive and very optimistic, and I think it gets on people's nerves sometimes, but that's just who I am. That's who I am. I choose to always see the bright side. I always choose to see the opportunity. And I just, I know that there are great things out there for me. And guess what? There are great things out there for you. You just have to believe in yourself. Remember, I said believing in yourself is the key to thriving in the midst of a career change. It's the key. So I'm going to leave you with that. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. If you guys are not already a part of my community, come join my community on Facebook. You can like and follow my page, Maximizing Your Potential with Shalonda Patrice. You can go over there and get lots of career guidance, get you some tips. Make sure you check out the video section. I've got a lot of videos over there with career tips. If you need any type of career guidance, let me know. Let me know. I'm here for you guys. I am definitely here for you guys. I want to see you succeed even in the midst of a pandemic. Even in the midst of the pandemic. During this pandemic, make sure that you are working on yourself. make sure, if you haven't started already, make sure that you are learning this technology stuff. I know some of you may be fearful, but what did I say? You can overcome fear. Make sure you're learning WebEx. Make sure you're learning Zoom. Make sure you're learning what else? There's so many different platforms out there. Learn one of them, two of them. Start building your skills because we're going to come out of this pandemic. But you get to choose how you come out of it. Are you going to come out of it on the upside or the downside? What books are you reading? What classes are you taking to improve your skill set, your talents? There are lots of classes, lots of courses, lots of books you can be reading right now. So basically, what I'm saying in a nutshell is that there's no excuse. There's no excuse. There's no excuse for you not to be doing something right now, even in the midst of the pandemic. And so, like I said, believe in yourself, refuse to settle. Change is an opportunity for you to have what you really want. And guess what? Like I said, you can overcome fear. That's all I got for you today. Be encouraged, and we'll chat soon. Bye bye.